Okay. Um, just posted to the story that we're live. Hopefully that uploads in a second. If you're on the chat, let me know. I'll try and get the YouTube chat up right now so I can see your comments if you're here. Okay. I usually have my laptop next to me, but it's been having a little bit of issues lately, so just gonna have to go with the phone. So hopefully the phone doesn't die. But yeah, anyway. So today what we're gonna be doing is designing a Jackson Hastings jersey swap. And obviously Jackson Hastings used to be in the NRL, and he's just signed to the West Tigers for next year, which is pretty exciting for him. Recently he was on the Rugby League Guru podcast and just listening, hearing him speak and stuff about, what he plans to bring to the game next year and bring to the West Tigers. It's pretty exciting. So I know there's a lot of Tigers fans out there. There's a lot of Jackson Hastings fans out there that probably want to see this design. So hopefully all goes well. As you know, I don't stream that often. If there's any problems with the audio, if you guys can't hear my mic or if you can't see my screen, something like that, just let me know in the chat. If you're on the chat though, I can see that there is 3 people here, so be sure to say hello and have a chat with me, because designing by yourself. Here we go. We got Ben Lever. Hey bro, how you going? Thanks for joining, bro. Yeah, so if you're in the chat right now, be sure to say hey, talk some footy, let me know your thoughts on today's design, and we'll get into it. So the first part, I've got a few images that I did collect of Jackson Hastings. So probably one of the hardest parts about doing a jersey swap is literally finding a photo that will, from the team that you're wanting to put on that player, and for that player to then be in a similar position in the image that they're in. Sounds pretty confusing, I know, but I'll show you guys what I mean. So basically, I'm thinking this is probably my favourite photo that I've collected of Jackson Hastings. So what I'm probably going to do is I'll show you guys my process of what I look for, just because, maybe then you can understand and have a little bit more in-depth view or insight as to how I kind of go about doing this whole process. So the first website that I go to isn't YouTube. It is Getty Images. So Getty Images is a great website for heaps of sports designs, sports photos, even just random photos like this in the editorial section. So you can see here a ton of different stuff. And yeah, obviously we're not going to be finding any photos of Jackson Hastings right here, unfortunately. James, hey man, how you going? Thanks for joining. If you guys have any questions along the way, this will be a little bit of a long process, so I don't know how much we're going to get through it tonight, because it does actually take me several hours to do these. But hopefully you guys stick with me. Hopefully you keep chatting to me in the chat, and hopefully you just obviously enjoy the video. But so the first thing that we're going to do, obviously, as I said before, Jackson Hastings is going to the West Tigers next year. So the first thing I want to do, since we already have a photo of Jackson Hastings, is just type in West Tigers NRL. And obviously we want to go on the newest photos, just because it's obviously going to have their jerseys from this year. That's the thing with doing the jerseys in the off season is, although there could be a massive change to someone's jersey for next year. So I don't know. It's trying to keep it realistic, but the Tigers jersey will obviously probably change next year, as well as every other club. Hey NRL Piss Takes, how you going, bro? Thanks for joining. As you can see, there's heaps of photos of Penrith popping up, and that's because this game was when West Tigers versus Penrith. So what I'm looking for, if you just joined the chat, there are 7 people in here, which I really appreciate. So I hope you guys are all doing well. But this photo here of Jackson Hastings, I'm basically going to, want to find an image of a West Tigers player who's in a similar position, in terms of like where his arm placement is and stuff like that. The socks and shorts, we can kind of find other images. And we just break it down into parts. So I go jersey, pants, and then socks. Like if you just try and find one image to match it, it's going to either not be possible or just take you a very, very long time. So moving on, we'll start with the jersey. So obviously you can see it's kind of like a front on of the jersey, but the left shoulder is more like the sponsor on the left shoulder. His right shoulder is more visible. So we're going to look for an image of a jersey where, it's kind of at this same angle. What I like to do for this as well, I don't know if you guys are in the chat designers, but if you are, this is a really cool tip. So what I do when I'm on Getty Images is I'll move this over. I'll just get rid of these windows here. Solid photo. Thanks, bro. Thanks. I found a couple of photos. There's that one. So why I've collected a few is just because, as I said, if I can't find an image of a jersey that's in this similar position, I'll probably, try and find a photo that is. So this one's, again, it's kind of, front facing, but it's kind of more turned, if that makes sense. Sometimes you get really, really lucky with the photos and, sometimes you don't. But we'll just see what we can do. And I wanted to show you guys the process. Obviously, this part will be a little bit boring because it's kind of just me searching for an image. But I want to show you the process because, as I said, if you guys are designers or even if you're not a designer and you just want to see my whole approach and process with this, it's pretty cool, I think, anyway. But so what we're going to do is we're going to find the photo that we're using of Hastings, which I believe is this one. Yep, perfect. And I'm just going to scale this down so we can see that on the side. Perfect. And then I'm just going to scale down this window too. So that way, when we're looking for an image, we can kind of just scroll on the side and we can kind of, compare the two photos. Unfortunately, there are a lot of photos of the opposition teams because, West Tigers, as I said, were versing Penrith in this game. And you'll see, again, Sharks. It's kind of just, you spend a lot of time looking for photos. That's a major part of why this actually takes so long. So this one would have been good, except it's kind of on the wrong angle, and also like the ball position of Luciano Leilua is in front of the jersey where this one isn't. So you got to look for like little key factors like that. This one, his hands, like Luke Brooks' arms, is coming across. The ball doesn't necessarily need to be in the same position. It just can't be covering a space that you need to kind of edit, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's 8 people in the chat right now. So be sure to, say hello, have a chat with me, talk some footy, talk some NFL, NBA, talk about design. Just, have a chat with me because I love talking to people. I love getting to know what you guys are up to. There's a website that removes the background for you, but I don't know if it helps for you, bro. There's heaps of websites. Even Photoshop has like a feature that it's literally like a one-click remove background. It isn't always necessarily like spot on, so I just like going in by more manually, and cutting out the background. But it takes a little bit longer, but at least I know, like, just for my peace of mind, that everything that I need to be cut out will be cut out exactly how I want it to be. If that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Cool. So as you can see, heaps of Cowboys. I don't really want him in this jersey with like the pink around the sides, even though it's technically a West Tigers jersey. I'm looking for like either like the away or home jersey. Okay. And as well, because his arms, so this one might work. The only reason that I'd be a little bit concerned, I'm going to show you guys, it's literally going to be my whole process. So we find an image, and rather than just downloading it straight away, we'll download it, and then we'll enhance the image, which makes it even better quality. So I'll show you guys what websites I use and stuff like that. I feel it's better to do it manually. Yeah. As I said, it's probably just peace of mind, man, to be honest. And it's part of designing. Like, even though it takes a little bit longer instead of, a computer cutting it out for you, it's, I really like it. Simon, how you going, bro? Was looking at doing a Hastings swap next week myself. Oh, sweet, bro, sweet. I don't know. I was gonna jump on like a Discord chat. So I don't know if anyone's up for having a chat on Discord while I'm live streaming right now. Let me know. Simon, obviously you're a designer too, bro. So if you wanna design something, or we can both do like a Hastings jersey swap right now, and I don't know. Do you play Rugby League Live 4? I'm playing right now. I have played it. I was actually playing it through lockdown as well. The only thing is, like, there's so many glitches in that game. And I'm not, like, I don't usually rage in video games or anything, but that game's, like, broken. Like, FIFA has a tendency to get opponents back in the game when they're down by heaps of goals. And I just feel like a rugby league, like, that FIFA, in my opinion, is broken with their system. It's still, it's a pretty entertaining game. But with Rugby League Live, it's still fun to play, yeah, and, do the career mode and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know if they need, like, another developer, but hopefully in the next game, it's a lot better, because the glitches just, after a while, you're just going, like, what is going on? But yeah. Yeah, if you're in the chat right now, as I said, definitely say hello. I can't tonight, sorry, man, but thanks for the invite. Just tune in for a little bit. Oh, sweet, bro, sweet. I don't know. I was not gonna even do a live stream tonight just because I've been, pumping out designs behind the scenes. But I just thought it'd be cool, like, just to show, how I do things. Like, obviously, Simon, you might do stuff different, and, like, we've worked together before. We've done the Benji Club as well, so it's cool to see how you, like, do your layers and stuff compared to how I do mine. I don't think there's, like, a right or wrong way. I just think it's cool just to see how other people, like, their thought process. So yeah, if you guys can, I just want to make sure that, my mic is working, that the camera's working, stuff like that, because I'd hate to do this whole stream and then realize that it's kind of broken. But we did see a photo before. I got distracted. I have no idea where it is. Was it back one page? No. Yeah. So basically what I'm looking for is a similar photo right now. Like in a similar position. That's basically what I'm after. So as I said, it might be a little bit boring, and I do apologize. I could have done this before the stream started, but then it kind of takes away, like, the whole purpose of showing you guys how it's done. James says, yeah, they need to bring out Rugby League Live 5 soon. I don't know. Like, I want them to obviously, keep developing rugby league games, but I don't know. I just think, like, they need to get it right. Like, for example, NBN in Australia. Everything looks good to me. So NBN in Australia, you guys probably have NBN internet as well. Where I live, I'm in, like, a rural area, so I've got heaps of trees around me and stuff. Mic and camera quality is perfect too. Awesome, bro, awesome. And so obviously with the trees and stuff around, I have a bit of, like, affected NBN. But they've been doing maintenances, like, almost every weekend. I have no doubt there'll be a 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. maintenance tomorrow. So it's super annoying, when I'm kicking back at home, either wanting to jump on PlayStation or have to download images for designs and stuff. I just feel like there's still quite a few problems if they have to do maintenance every weekend. So I think it's, coming back to Rugby League Live, I just think, they need to, before they release any new game, they really need to test it. They need to do, like, like a trial and test for, players on PlayStation and on Xbox and stuff. and then they can kind of, leave a review, and before they release the whole game entirely, take those reviews, obviously read them, review them as well, and then, fix stuff that needs to be fixed, stuff that people playing the game have a problem with. I feel like they released Rugby League Live 4, and I don't know, they just kind of said that's it. There were a couple of updates here and there, but they weren't really listening to many people. So hopefully the next time that they do release a game of rugby league, it'll be heaps better. But okay, I'm just gonna read the chat. Yeah, 100%. Always good seeing how different designers work. Yeah, 100%, 100. Yeah, everything is fine. Cool. I think my internet recently has been fairly decent. I remember streaming a couple of months ago, and yeah, it was just a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. As I said, this process takes a while, so I'm kind of like, because it's not a video where I can kind of cut stuff out right now and speed things up. It's part of the process, and it's why it takes a while. Simon, you'd understand this, bro. Trying to find a similar image can be brutal. I'm thinking this one, even though his sleeves kind of not turned properly, it might work. But then again, like his head's down, his chin's covering, so it's stuff like that. Obviously, it's not James Roberts' fault. Obviously, they were losing there, I think, by the looks of it. But yeah, he just had his head down, which means it's going to block out part of the collar. You can Photoshop it back in, but I don't know. I just think work smarter, not harder. If you can find an image that's going to be a breeze to work with, and try and find that image first. Yeah, Simon, I need access to that NRL imagery, man. Getty kills me sometimes, especially with the Bulldog stuff. I was trying to do the Brent Naden jersey swap, and literally just can't do it, bro. Can't find an image that's that kind of matches him. What do you think of Momorowski to the Roosters and a possible jersey swap whenever you're free? Yeah, 100%. I was gonna do Momorowski today as soon as it got announced. Speaking of the devil, he's right there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long you've been in the stream, bro. But when I first started, I was just saying, I listened to, probably 10 or 15 minutes of Rugby League Guru's podcast with Hastings, and I don't know. It was kind of just, it was cool just to see him mature. Like, he's been away from the game. Like, he's been overseas, obviously, but yeah, it's been cool to just hear what he's willing to bring to the West Tigers next year. What I do sometimes is try search for a player in the same position, especially if they're a half, then more likely to find them in a similar position holding the ball. Yeah, true. That could cut out some time as well. I'm just thinking, I could, if I type up Luke Brooks, watch me find it straight away. So this one, I could warp that arm down, but as I said before, I'd try and find photos that just don't have to be manipulated that much. I do have other photos of Hastings as well, so hopefully, if we're unsuccessful in finding a photo right now, we can potentially look at another one. This one is on a bit of an angle. Yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, there are still people in the chat, so obviously I appreciate your time, and thanks for taking the time to support what I do and join the chat. But yeah, if you have any questions for me, or you just want to share any of your opinions with me, for sure, Like definitely drop them in the chat. But yeah, so with the Momirovsky signing, I really like it, to be honest. I didn't expect Penrith to not re-sign him or keep him on in their squad, considering he went to a premiership and won a premiership with them. But I guess that's just the way it is. The only thing, like this one here, Luke Brook has got such skinny arms, man. Probably bigger than mine, obviously, but compared to Hastings, like you're just looking at the two here. So that could work, but again, it's the Tigers, like not only like their old logo, but like an anniversary logo. Even if you flip Hastings' image, it might give you some more options for Tigers. Yeah, I've tried that before. Sometimes and this is no sledge to the players, and it probably happens with every image, but I find when I flip the images around, it just makes their head look really weird. Like it doesn't deform or anything; it just looks off. Yeah, this is their man. This is nuts. I'm trying to think who's the other. Oh, you got Dewey, Adam Dewey. I don't even know how to spell his name. That's not right. Adam Dewey, is it like that? Nope. Let me Google this. Adam Dewey. Cool. Always a pleasure getting insight into what you do, bro. Yeah, I really appreciate that, man. As I said, I did want to start making tutorials, and tutorial videos, would be a lot easier, especially when explaining jersey swaps. They are really fun to do as well, but they just take a bit of time and a bit of practice. But yeah, I don't know, with videos and stuff, like live streams are more interactive because you got like the chat. And when I'm just filming a tutorial, like I've tried to film one or two of them, but I don't know, it just doesn't roll off the tongue. But yeah, hopefully I can get some tutorials out soon, so you guys don't have to sit here for 20 minutes to watch me find a photo. You seem like a great bloke, and your content is unreal. Keep up the great work. Thanks, James. I appreciate that, bro. I try and be, a nice guy. I try and put some nice stuff out into the world, but yeah, I'm just enjoying what I'm doing. It's it's not a job. It's not a paid job anyway, but yeah, it's enjoyable. I really, I love designing and stuff. So, and now we're into the Rabbitohs section. Yay. All right, what I'm gonna do, I might be able to find West Tigers jersey. Sometimes you can get away with this if they've got good photos. See this one, if as Simon was saying before, if we do flip it, we can potentially make that work. I don't know. I just like when a jersey is actually on a player, because it feels more realistic. But we'll see. Yeah, Getty's a great stuff. Images is just sometimes the right images is just not there. Yeah. See what I like about and again, this isn't like discrediting the NRL. Like I think they're do some really awesome things, but like the NBA literally posts almost every single photo that they do. Even like what is it, like photo shoots of the players and stuff. So then I think they know and they see it from a way of like, if designers are gonna take the content that we're putting out, like photos and stuff, and they're making their own edits and uploading that to Instagram, and then their followers are, maybe just getting into NBA. It's promoting the game. Like, it's promoting the game of NBA. So with rugby league, look, I get the whole NRL imagery thing, and like I've seen the images that are in there, and you've got the photo shoots and all that. But if I, like, from a business perspective and from like growing the game, I just think it'd be, I don't know, personally, in my opinion, and it's probably, I might just be saying this because I don't have access to it, but I'd love to see the NRL imagery to say, you know what, here it is. You just got to create an account. Maybe you get a couple of marketing emails every now and then, but they just give you all the photos that they take, like all their promotional stuff, like these shots. And yeah, so I don't know. In my opinion, I think, they probably should probably release it to the public. But as I said, I'm not the NRL, and I couldn't even come close to running that business, an organization. But all right. JP, what's up, bro? Taylor, how do you even get NRL imagery? So I do believe, and I don't know, hopefully Simon's still in the chat, because Simon does have access, because I believe, Simon, do you work through a sports agency? Is that how you have access? Like the business that you work for has like a access, is that right? But yeah, I've tried to apply for it a couple of times. I don't think they'd give it out to freelancers unless they're hiring you. They'll give you access, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, aside from that, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I did ask. There's a guy that like I follow on Instagram, and I just flicked him a message. I was like, "Hey man, is there any possible way to get access?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't think that they hand it out just willy nilly, So I think you either need like the agency or the business that you work for as an employee might need to pay, like maybe it's a yearly subscription or something. But yeah, I don't know. Don't quote me on it, but yeah, that's just what I've been told. But JP says, I'm starting to get some work experience with Fox, so I might get access to clips. Oh, that's mad, bro. That's huge. Congratulations. Yeah, I mean, I really like Fox. They have really good coverage and stuff. But just their media, especially what they're putting out at the moment, it's just crap, bro. Just crap. Not like video content of games and stuff like that and like highlights, but more so they're just creating weird like 2027 best players or players that should be concerned or clubs that should be concerned. Like it's so weird. I used to work with an agency, but I actually got access through some of my previous clients, which were within the NRL, but not trying to put it out there too much so it gets changed. Yeah, that's it. Just act low key, and then they will never take it off you. Hopefully you'll do it. Joey Manu, Warriors jersey swap if he signs. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously Momorowski signed today. Joey Manu turned down an offer, it's reported. But yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to see him go to Warriors. Wish there was an easy way to get access. Would be nice if all the designers could use them for personal work. 100%, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like for example, like heaps of people that follow me love the NRL already. But if I have access to the imagery, I just feel like the work and even the jersey swaps. Like I could do. People keep asking me for the Brent Naden jersey swap, and I literally just can't do it because there's just no images that fit. Like I've searched Twitter, I've searched Google, I've searched Getty, Facebook. He like photos that he's tagged on Instagram, like that kind of stuff. So I found like 1 or 2 or 3 good images of him. But then when I'm looking for Bulldog stuff, like if I go to the Bulldogs website right now, Bulldogs are probably the hardest people to jersey swap. Because sometimes when I can't find a photo that's in a good position, I'll just go, all right, we'll go to their shop. We'll have a look at their jerseys. Look at this, bro. Look at this. If I click on jerseys, they don't even have real photos. They don't even have real photos of their jersey, which I think is nuts. Like, they got a couple of the training tees, training singlets. Like, come on, bro. Come on. He should be at the Roosters. No, it's not. New Zealand Warriors faithful signing Joey Money through GoFundMe. KJH Sports. Hey, bro. How you going? But yeah, anyway, so that's a bit of a rant on the Bulldogs and the NRL imagery. But yeah, hopefully you guys are still bearing with me. As I said, just keep chatting to me in the chat, because otherwise it does get a little bit boring and a little bit quiet, and sound a little bit crazy talking to myself if no one's talking in the chat. But yeah, hopefully I'm just trying to find, like, maybe if I click it to be one person, that might work. Marty won't win if he's at the was. Sorry, yeah. I don't know. Warriors are stacking up, but I just think they need. I don't know. I think they need what the Sharks need. I think the Sharks have made some cool signings as well. Pretty under the radar signings. You got Nico, Dale Finucane. I feel like they're not being spoken about enough. There's like a telltale. As soon as you leave Melbourne, your career dies. Look, it's probably proven to be true. I'd say apart from Greg Inglis, he probably was one of the best players that got better. Any chance of doing a Moses Sully jersey swap when you're free? Yeah, maybe, bro. As I said, like, right now I'm wanting to do Hastings, and you can just see kind of how hard it is sometimes to find an image that will work. So, with Sully, if I can find images, like, I'm happy to do the swaps. Like, the time doesn't really matter. It's just if the images are available. So, yeah, what I might do. Aiden OnlyFans. Definitely not, bro. Would I just put my designs on OnlyFans? Just my sports designs. Tohu Harris got better after leaving Storm as well. Yeah, when I think of him, I think of him at the Storm. Adam Blair, I think of him at the Storm. He was still good at the Broncos as well. But yeah, Storm they're a different breed, man. All right, so we've got a photo here, which we can use. We can use this. Perfect. All right. So it's not pinpoint accurate, but we have to manipulate it a bit. But it's about time you guys stop watching me look for images. Tohu Harris is my favorite Twitch streamer. So many of the boys are streaming right now. Not like right now. They might be, but yeah, I think it's cool, man. Like, so many of the players are doing stuff in the off season, which is cool. They could just be, playing computer or playing PlayStation, by themselves and not streaming it. But, it's cool. They get to interact with their fans. So I think it's really cool. All right, so I'm going to show you guys how I download images. So once I find an image that I like, I click on it, check it out, make it a little bit bigger, and then I'll just literally get the link here, and then I'll go to a website called getpaidstock.com, literally paste in the link that you copied, click search photo, and then click download generated photo, and then click it again. That should download. Another thing that I like to do, so obviously I'm going to show you guys a really, really cool tip, which I don't think I've shown before. So if we zoom into this image that I've downloaded, you can see it's super pixelated, and heaps of my old designs from mid this year weren't enhanced. And what I mean by enhanced is literally enhancing the photo just makes it better quality. It's not adding sharpening or anything. It's literally just like a computer figuring out what's there and just makes it better quality. But yeah, I'll show you guys what I mean. So as you can see, tape's pixelated. I have a subscription to a website called Let's Enhance. So it's even in the name of what it does. And then I literally upload the image that I've just downloaded, make sure that I'm on Smart Enhance, and it literally processes it. And it doesn't even take that long. Like, it's processing right now. 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, you'll see in just a matter of seconds, it'll be done. And I'm going to show you guys a side-by-side comparison, just so I can show you guys how good of a tool this is. There we go. So it's done. So it went from being 690 pixels, I think that's wide, and then 1024 high, to then being 1380 wide and 2048 pixels high. So now if we download this, takes 2 seconds to download, and I zoom into this photo now, you can see like it just, hopefully you guys can see the difference on your end. But you can just see like a massive difference, and it literally takes seconds, and it makes such a huge improvement. So now every design I do, I don't upload any designs or download any photos or edit any photos without doing this first. Like it's crazy. So hopefully you guys can see the results. Let me know which one's better, left or right. In my opinion, it's very, very easy answer. But maybe you like pixelated images. Who knows? Let's have a look. Which team do you think will improve the most in 2022? I think Sharkies make the 8. Dale Finucane's a leader. He's a great player too. He's had success at the Storm, success for New South Wales. He's co-captain the Storm. And he just doesn't give up, man. And then Nico Hines, like, I just think he's gonna excel in a starting role, where he knows that he's not going to be replaced. So obviously he filled in for Pappy this year. Pappy came back, and they used Nico a little bit around the field, but they didn't give him a starting spot, and it's, you can't say that they should have, because even though he was in great form, Pappenhausen's a proven goat. So but yeah, I think the Sharkies, bro. That's who I think will improve the most. When I do my edits, I have to find the right angle to make the edit. Are you talking about jersey swaps, or are you talking just overall photos? That's 2020 jersey, or is that OG? Yeah, look, I've been searching for images for ages, man, and people kind of get like the idea. Like, obviously Benji didn't play for them this year, but yeah, I think it still makes sense. I just realized, I wonder if you can see it on here. You can a little bit. He's wearing a shirt or something underneath here, because it has like, I think it says Caterpillar, maybe. I don't know, or Catapult. Maybe Catapult. Catapult would make more sense instead of Caterpillar. I'm gonna send you to the police. You're doing illegal stuff. That's what I'd do as well. Yeah, as you can see, side by side, they're not perfect images. We're gonna have to, work with what we got, and we'll stretch it. We'll make it look nice, but yeah, it's probably as close as we're gonna get. Freddie Fitler, hey bro, how you going? Thanks for joining, man. But yeah, anyway, so we'll dive into the design for now. I'm just gonna delete these images. Cool. All right. Perfect. Oh, any edits? Yeah. Yeah. I feel like there was heaps of. It was literally like whoever the photographer was that took photos of Hastings here. It literally was like they just held down the shutter on the camera, because there was just all these different, like, literally he'd move his arm slightly, and there'll be a photo of it. So I think certain images stand out from others. So for me, That one's pretty cool, but as you can see, like this photo, his foot's in the ground. You can Photoshop it back in. But again, work smarter, not harder. This one's pretty cool too. I don't mind this one. As you can see, the difference between that and that, it literally just looks like he's literally just kept running and they've just taken a snapshot of it. But yeah, man, if this jersey that we're doing, if this image that we're doing now doesn't work out the way that we want it to, we'll probably use one of the other images. But yeah, hopefully you guys just are still with me. I can see the chat going off right now. You guys look like you're having a blast. That's the sports bra they wear. The sports bra. Is it called a sports bra? I know that they have stuff underneath, but I don't know it's called like a sports bra. Doing lad. Sup, bro? What's going on? Your favorite Fortnite streamer, Freddy? Underrated editor. Fortnite, man, I haven't played that game in a minute. Yeah. Anyway, we'll open up the photo of Benji. Hopefully you guys saw the comparison before we enhance this image. But okay. So what we're gonna do is I literally actually what we'll do is we'll open this up. Man, I've been helping my old man with like concreting and stuff just this week. Cause he's been a bit busy with COVID, but yeah, man, being out in the sun, man, I don't know how tradies do it day in and day out for weeks on end. It's just have so much sunburn on the back of my neck right now, and it just it hurts, man. It's like I don't know if it's like you can get different types of sunburn, and it sounds probably really stupid saying that, but like I'm not super red, but my body aches as if I was like completely sunburnt. So maybe I don't know if it's already like, if the redness is already dissolved and now I'm just in pain, but yeah. Fan of YKCR, yeah, bro, 100%. Yeah, I think I was maybe a year in when they first started picking up, picking up traction kind of thing. Yeah, their vlogs were elite. I remember just because Corey was playing for Para at the time that I started watching it, and I really just wanted to know what Corey Norman was getting up to, and then now I only really tune in to listen to Simi, Scope, Jackson. Like, obviously Normie is not really in the office that much. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally doing things just so weird right now because I'm trying to chat. But yeah, anyway. So what we're going to do, probably the fastest way to do this is go select subject. As I said before, Photoshop does help you, but it's not always necessarily bang on. As you can see here, it's cut off some of his jersey. I do know what I'm doing. I'm losing my mind right now, people. I'm losing my mind. It's been a big day. I've been in the sun. Low-key probably have heat stroke. I probably sound like the biggest bitch right now. If there's any tradies in here. But yeah, because I'm so used to for my full-time job, I'm like design for corporate clients and small businesses and stuff. So just leaving the environment that I'm usually in to go in the blazing hot sun. It's rough, man. It's rough. And I've got a terrible back too. I've got to get a scan on my back next week because it's been absolutely shocking for months. Did you hear that Corey Norman might be going to the Knights? Yeah, bro, I did. Pierce and the Knights have been discussing back and forth what's going to happen with Pierce wanting to leave and take up a Super League contract. But yeah, I think, I don't know, I can't really see Normie wearing a Knights jersey, but who knows? It's possible. I don't think he's as bad as everyone says that he is, to be honest. Like, he's had some clutch plays. He's had some really good games with his kicking. And I think it might be the same for Luke Brooks as well. Like, you need, as Jackson Hastings was saying in the podcast to Rugby League Guru, there's multiple people in a team. So to just rely on Luke Brooks, he's a half. Yeah, he's part of the leadership group, but all right, I'm literally losing my marbles right now. All I need to do, I'm just going to say this out loud so you guys know what I'm doing before I mess everything up. I literally just need to cut out around the jersey, and I'm doing this without the pen tool because it's probably a little bit faster, and I'll have a little bit more flexibility when it comes to just getting certain shapes that I want. So you can see there's a little bit of a bend here in the jersey. I'm just getting rid of it. Where are you based? I am around when I say I'm around, I'm 30 minutes away. But I think people know it. Obviously, it's Campbelltown, so Tigers are the local team. But don't live really that close to Campbelltown at all. But I'm 30 minutes south from Campbelltown, roughly. Yeah, bro. Who do you reckon will play 6 and 7 for the Knights? I mean, I haven't really looked at the Knights junior squad. Is Clifford still signed there? I'm pretty sure he is. I would go Clifford. I'd move Clifford to the 7. Yeah, Clifford to 7. Depending on the development of the Knights juniors, I would say maybe move Kalen to 6. Give him a run there maybe, and then bring in a junior for fullback. But Ponga tears at fullback as well, so I know it's hard, man. But if Corey comes in, I'd go Corey 7. Corey 7, Ponga, fullback, and Clifford in the 6. I just think Corey Norman needs to he can be a ball running half. But I could just see Clifford linking up with Ponga better. I feel like Corey and Ponga would maybe compete for the spotlight and bigger plays. Clifford, I'm 23, bro. 23. Born in 1998. I feel like a 40-year-old because my back feels like a 40-year-old. It is so bad, man. So bad. I gotta go for scans next week and stuff. I've literally go to the osteopath and the physio every week. I've been doing that since before the start of lockdown, and it's just been shit, man. They've both looked at me and just gone, what we're doing should be working, but it's not. Which means that I need to have some scans to figure out what is going on. Hodgson fullback. Hodgson fullback. Ponga 5'8". Hodgson. Wait, Josh. I'm so confused right now. Josh Hodgson, is that? Because I thought he was linking up with the Tigers. Get a foam roller. I had one, bro. I had one. Except it was the I didn't know there was different softness, different what's the word I'm trying to think of here? Different hardness kind of thing, and I got one with spikes on it, and that was super like rock hard, and yeah, I feel like it really stuffed me up. But yeah, the missus has a foam roller, which is good. But I'm been doing that, been doing like elastic exercises. Bailey Hodgson, he's a junior. Oh, cool, bro. Cool. Hope your back gets better, man. Thanks, James. I appreciate that, bro. You know, I can still walk around and still do what I need to do, but yeah, and it obviously doesn't help that I'm in, or that I've been helping the old man out with concreting, because it's just so, I don't know, just so physical, like physically demanding. So no one will replace Ponga at fullback. Yeah, I can't say moving, but pretty sure people said the same thing about Lockyer, and then he killed it. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But it literally just sounded like there was a car flying past the street. It sounded like a Formula One car. Got the old Lewis Hamilton at the front of my house, boys. You think Bradman Best or Kurt Mann will be pushed out? Pushed out for Gagai? Yeah, you'd probably have to say Kurt Mann, just due to the. Well, I mean, Bradman Best has had some injuries too. So it's a tough one. I'd keep Bradman Best in. To be honest, he's a young guy. He's still got heaps of Literally, what am I doing, boys? I need you to focus here and help me focus. I was meant to only cut around the bloody jersey, and it's we're losing it. We are losing it, and I'm gonna blame it on heat stroke. I don't feel like I have heat stroke, but I'm gonna blame it on it. I woke up at, I think, five something this morning. And yeah, I know I've been trying to pump out content and do designs at night, so I'm staying up super late and then waking up pretty early. And it's just taking a toll. It's taking a toll on me wanting to cut out Benji Marshall's head, apparently. Yeah, I'll take Bradman Best over Kurt, man. He could debut Freddie. Yeah, maybe debut at fullback, but won't replace him. I'll have to look at him. I mean, Ponga's had a stint of injuries in the past. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't like seeing any player get injured, but it might be a blessing in disguise if something were to happen to Ponga, and Hodgson came in and got his debut and just ripped and teared. It'd be gone. But yeah, Ponga's a incredible player, so you don't want to see him on the sidelines. He's a junior and he's pretty good. Didn't say he was there long term. Yeah, I think, you probably get, if he is really good, obviously there's a lot of talk around Ponga and potentially leaving the Knights to go to Dolphins. I think it's just rumours for now. He has said that he wanted to play for the Knights and win a premiership with them, but things can change. People can change their mind. But say Ponga stays there long term, but potentially gets injured this year or next year, and then you've got someone like Hodgson, who you're saying is an absolute gun, coming through, and he's filling in. It'll be like a similar situation to Nico, I think, if that did happen. He gets to kind of show off his talents and show off, what he has to offer a team. Then, another team. Say Tigers could pick him up. They've obviously got Laurie there at the moment, but Laurie could move on. There's so many teams that would be desperate for a good fullback. Yeah. So once this jersey's cut out, we can start messing around with it. Cool. So we've still got people in the chat. I don't know, man, with all these heat stroke going around right now, just look how I got so carried away. I think I'm just so used to cutting out like photos of players that I don't know, as I said, got a bit carried away. Yeah, cool. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just use this tool here, which I believe is called the polygon lasso. I think, maybe I'm wrong. I think it's polygon something. And we're just gonna select everything that we went around before. I really hope because we're doing this live that it does work out. Because if it doesn't, I feel like not only have I wasted my time, but I've wasted your time too. Top 5 players in the NRL for 2021. Even though we didn't see him every game, I'm saying Nicho Hynes, man. Nicho Hynes, Manu, Justin Olam, Cleary. Obviously Cleary sat out for a couple of weeks. Tommy, of course. I don't know how many people I've said right now, but we'll say that's 5. So we'll go. My final thing would be Tommy, Cleary, because killed in Origin as well. We'll go Manu. Who else did I say? I'm going to say Jerome Hughes as well. Jerome Hughes was killing it. And then we'll go... No, here's the last one. Nicho Hynes. Unless I said him first. I'm confusing myself. Yeah. Look, obviously Cody Walker. I wouldn't argue with anyone if they said he's in their top 5. I think he just, played an unreal season. But my top 5, like how I answered that is basically people that I just really enjoyed watching the most. That's not taking anything away from Cody Walker. It's not taking anything away from me saying that I don't. It's not that I don't enjoy watching him play. I really like watching him play, but yeah, just those the players that I've just mentioned before. They're probably the most exciting for me this year. Full-time fullback, part-time designer. How good, Tommy. Haven't really heard much about him, but I reckon he's a decent fullback. Yeah, hopefully, bro. There's heaps of talent that's coming through, for sure. Yeah, guys, let me know your top 5. I want to hear your top 5. I've got a post in the works that I've just not been working on. Probably doesn't make much sense, but it is what it is. Alright, I'm really hoping that this works, eh? So obviously we can't just plant the jersey on. I need to try and plan this. I think it might need to be a little bit bigger. Alright, we'll try that for now. Cool. Alright. So with the jersey swaps, I just use the puppet warp tool. I don't know. As I said, I don't know how many of you guys use Photoshop, but yeah, I use that to do my swaps. Sometimes it's, you know, really difficult to get stuff into position. But sometimes it works a treat. Yeah, like that. So it kind of just matters where you put your pins as well. Your pins are kind of like your anchor point. Get rid of that. So we got Aussie Animal says Turbo, Cleary, Teddy, Walker, Hughes/Cheese. Yeah, I mean, oh man, the cheese. Top 5 is so hard, man. Top 5 is so hard. Because there's so many good players this year. Actually, what I might do first, just to see how much we can get away with. Sometimes just using the warp tool, can work as well, just to get stuff into position, and then you go from there, really. So if we just kind of get stuff where we need it to be. So I feel like this will work heaps better. Freddie Fitler says Turbo, Cleary, Walker, Reynolds, Cheese. James says Turbo, Cleary, Walker, Reynolds, and Rabalara. Very nice. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit difficult. So what we're going to do is we're just trying to like roughly fit it. Cody Ramsey. Oh, okay. So NRL Pisek says Turbo, Cleary, Walker, Marnie, Cheese. I'm so confused. Is Cody Ramsey like your 6th player? Or is it just like a Luke Brooks piss take? All right. So as you can see, it looks kind of messed up right now because this part's not stretching out. As I said, you know, these things take time, unfortunately. So what we'll do is I'm just gonna duplicate this just to keep it as a spare, because I have an idea. Ramsey. All right, now we'll go puppet warp. Turn down the opacity a little bit. Oh, okay. I'll get pin there. Man, this is sometimes you just get really difficult jersey swaps, eh? Yeah, like, what have you got planned for the weekend? My girlfriend has bought a car, so I've got to transfer all the insurance and all that kind of stuff over, which is not fun. Paperwork sucks, man. All right, so what I'm gonna do, what my plan is to cut. We can either cut or we can use this tool here, which is the clone stamp with a soft brush. I just want to cut away because we have the duplicate. I'm not too concerned. I'm just trying different things. You know, you need to try and make it work before just giving up. Kind of looks a little bit trash, but we'll see how we go. Yeah. Apart from paperwork, bro, not much at all. You know, I probably won't end up getting this design finished tonight, unfortunately. On the stream anyway, just because it takes a while. You know, I'm struggling at the moment, so sometimes when I'm getting frustrated, or when I when I just need a break, I'll take a break. You know. Yeah. I always forget to bring like a full drink in here. I've always got like a drink next to me when I'm live streaming. That's just, you know, not to the brim, not full. Alright. Gonna try something else. Actually, before I do that, just bear with me, guys. Hopefully, you know, it's like a equation kind of thing. You just got to work out what's gonna work and try all different options. You know, most times Papa Warp works a treat. You know, sometimes the player that we're using, because it's not exactly in the same position, we got to adjust a few things. But yeah, so what I'm going to do now, because so this one's the Warp jersey. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go back to the normal jersey. And then I'm going to go edit, paste special, paste in place. So now we've got one layer, which is the Warp jersey. And then one that is the normal jersey. Cool. So I'm going to try with the Warp one first, just to see if we can get it to work. Man, I was trying to cut off this part before. So I'm just gonna go here. So I'm just gonna cut off this part here, just for now. Just so it makes it a little bit easier for me to try and warp. Yeah, let me know if the stream's laggy at all, guys. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully everything is smooth sailing. It's hopefully good quality as well. But yeah. Alrighty. So I'm just trying to like use the warp tool here. Because I want to get his sleeves in a good position first. Alrighty. Okay. Edit. Puppet warp. And then let's get more points. Yeah, what do you guys got planned for the weekend? You guys got anything special that you're getting up to? So what we want to try and do, I think we're making a bit of progress, which is good. So as I said, like, especially when players are in weird positions, you just need to play around with it a little bit. Just to see what's going to work. It doesn't have to be perfect right now because we can fix it up. But you know, we want it to be semi decent looking. Which I think, you know, we're slowly getting there. Hopefully it's not too much longer before you guys can start to see, you know, the shape that we're slowly progressing into. So I like to kind of, when I'm doing these swaps as well, I kind of like to overstretch things a little bit. So as you can see here, this collar will kind of come a little bit over, and then I'll just, you know, use an eraser to kind of get rid of this part. And even like with here, like if it's just little things, like if you really don't want to mess up your design too much, you know, maybe cutting off this part of the actual photo once everything's combined. Like, you know, no one's really going to tell the difference. Like I've uploaded heaps of jersey swaps where I've cut just little pieces off from the original photo just because, you know, sometimes you just got to be happy with what you've done, if that makes sense. Do you only use Photoshop and have you always used it? If so, yeah, so I got, hopefully you guys can see my little doc here. Basically, this is the 4 Adobe programs that I use. So I use Photoshop for all the sports stuff that you guys see. Illustrator is for, you know, client logos and stuff like that. Lightroom is for when I'm out taking photos of landscapes, of weddings. So yeah, I do heaps of my photo editing in Lightroom, and then Premiere Pro is just heaps of video stuff. So whenever you see an edit, like it might be a footy edit or something like that, that's done by me. It's 100% of the time usually done in Premiere Pro. Yeah, all the apps have different things. So like, I'd say if you ever make a logo, learn to use Illustrator because it's vector based. And it's just, yeah, it's made for sorry, pardon me. It's made for more like making logos, business cards, that kind of stuff. Photoshop is pixels, so if you were to, you know, take a logo and try and stretch it to the size of a football field, it's probably going to be blurry. Where with vector, you can kind of scale it to any size and it always keeps its quality, which is awesome. But yeah, if none of that made sense, as I said, I'm terrible at explaining stuff, so I'm sure you can find it on Google if you search up what a vector is. Do you reckon you'll ever do video edits? I've done 2, bro. If you go on my page, I've done a Tommy Turbo one, and I've done a Pappenhausen one. I don't do them that often, just because, I not that I don't enjoy them. I do enjoy video editing, but I don't know. I just prefer the stuff that I'm doing now, really. So with this jersey as well, I'm just, as I said before, I'm just overstretching to make sure that we're covering that. As you can see here, there's a massive part of his jersey that's, still showing, which we'll come back to. But I think for now, hopefully if we, it's a little bit wide. So the good thing is we can go back in and we can manipulate this and push that back in. Because it is a little bit wide and his jersey doesn't come out that far. It also ends like up here, kind of. Yeah. Cool. So hopefully it's not too boring for you guys. I know, this would be probably a lot more enjoyable if it was like cut up into like a video. Which I'm planning to do. It's just, I don't know, man. That'd be a lot of memory on the old hard drive if I was just recording for hours on end. Will you put a Tigers logo over the current one on the player shorts? Nah, bro. So it's the same thing with the jersey that I do. There are ways that you can kind of change the color of stuff, and it'd probably be easier if all these things were white. You can probably change this to white as well. But I just prefer, especially because most footy shorts have most team footy shorts have patterns and stuff on them that are pretty unique. I don't want to try and hand draw them or not include them. So I'll find an image of someone's pants in a similar position from the Tigers, and then same with the socks as well. So it is a long process, but it's, as you guys know, from the jersey swaps that I have done, it is worth it for sure. Because you get to see exactly how they'd look in a kit from the team that you're putting on them. Yeah, your Steph Curry one was flames, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing that edit. Hey, it took me a little bit of time, but it was really enjoyable because I don't do zombie stuff that often. Zombie, Halloween, themes. But even though we don't really celebrate Halloween that much, or probably at all in Australia, apart from the occasional trick-or-treating when you're in primary school and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It was just something different, something cool. Spooky season, baby. Let's go. All I do on Halloween is literally meet up with my my girlfriend's mum, my girlfriend, her family. We just binge horror movies. It's a good time. So as you can see, there's a little bit of a jersey showing behind here, but we can trim that out. So now I just want to have a look, lower the opacity. Bring this jersey in a bit. Bring this side in a bit. So it doesn't need to be bang on. It can be a little bit like a oversized tee kind of thing. So literally, if I put the jersey like that, covered that, move this down a bit. If you're looking at it, it's not exactly how it is, but it gives you a rough idea of of what you're after. You reckon you got a Christmas edit of someone up your sleeve, bro? Honestly, bro, I don't even want to think about Christmas right now. Yeah, it's an expensive time of the year. Expensive time of the year. I got a couple of nieces and nephews as well, so yeah, they're gonna send me broke, man. Gonna send me broke. Yeah, I love spoiling my niece and nephew I actually got two nieces, two nephews now. So if I thought last year was expensive with the Christmas gifts for the kids, I don't even want to think about how much I got to spend this year. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this down a little bit, and then we'll cut it off and straighten it up. Yeah, it's actually... Alright, that's fine. So basically what we're going to do is when we start combining stuff, we'll lower the opacity and then we'll cut bits and pieces off. But hopefully you guys kind of get the gist. It's starting to come together quite nicely. And we'll trim little bits off, like his shoulder here does look a little bulgy, so we'll probably just trim some of that back with the eraser. And just tidy up these edges a bit. Obviously put this part behind his head. You're way too patient with this. Yeah, it takes a while, bro. So like, as I said, like there's other designers that can probably do this heaps quicker. I just feel like, right now I just took a quick zoom out and I realized that this part here is not covering his arm. Although we could probably cut it off, I don't really want to because it's an arm. So what I'll do quickly, just pull that over. And we can fill that into. Oh. Cool. But yeah, if you got any suggestions for a Christmas edit, definitely let me know. Yeah, but yeah, it does take a long time, man. So the amount of jersey swaps and stuff I get, especially players that haven't really played that many games, and you're trying to look online for a photo on Getty, and they barely have any photos. But yeah, do you guys use Photoshop? Like, have you tried using it yet? So I'm just going to show you guys what I mean. I could probably bring it down a little bit further. The Christmas edit has to be based around the rabbits, green and red. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense. You could even argue for a Dragons edit too, with the Santa colors, I guess. Maybe make like a little theme around those two. But yeah, it could be cool, bro. Cool idea for sure. So what we're gonna do? I use Pixar. I've never heard of that, bro. To be honest. But yeah, is it good? Like, is it similar to Photoshop or is it just for like making photos and stuff, like memes? Alrighty, so what I want to do. So I feel like this is a little bit better. A little bit more realistic. Hopefully. The opacity is lowered. Yeah, okay, cool. Sweet. So it looks like shit right now. Not gonna lie, it looks like shit right now, but it's part of the process. You know, all the jersey swaps you guys have seen me do, it starts like this. It's a phone app. It's free. Yeah, bro. Obviously your Instagram page is pretty big, so I'd definitely look into learning Photoshop. There's heaps of student discounts. This isn't information that I would share just to anyone, or nor would I recommend it because I'm a Adobe fanboy. But maybe look into potentially not paying for Photoshop and finding a potential free version of it, a free full version of it, I should say. There's plenty of tutorials on YouTube. I pay for mine because I can claim it through the business and stuff. But yeah, bro. I don't know. Take my advice. It's probably not even advice, really. Yeah, man. This kind of looks like, I don't know if it's just my computer. Let me just see if I can sharpen this up a little bit. Sharpen more. Yep, that looks better. Like a Wish version of Photoshop. Yeah, bro. The Wish version of Photoshop's Canva. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's honestly, bro. Anytime. I always recommend paying for stuff just because you've probably seen me share on my Instagram account when people screenshot my edits and repost them, and sometimes they even claim that they've done it. So I always like supporting the original person. In this case, it's Adobe. Adobe is the original owners of Photoshop. So I'll pay for their stuff, and I'll always recommend to pay for the free version. But given maybe COVID hit you pretty hard, or maybe I don't know, you've got more important stuff to pay for, and you just you kind of need Photoshop to help you get to the next level, and then once you hit that next level, you could probably start paying for it. So yeah. James says, what was your first job? My first job, it was either working at Hungry Jack's, which I hated, and I was there for like 2 weeks, or it was a pizza delivery driver. I think it was a pizza delivery driver because I got my license and I was like, all right, shit, I need a way to pay for fuel now. And went up to the local pizza store and saw that they had like a little printout sheet that just said, we're hiring, we're looking for a driver. And I was only fresh on my P's. And I applied for the job. They called me back and the rest is history. And then I quit. I quit. I don't know, man. Like, if I'm not enjoying something, like I always come with the ambition that if I'm purely not enjoying what I'm doing, I'm not going to stay there for a long time. Because the way I think about it is, if by chance I was to, example, die tomorrow, I wanted to go out doing everything that I wanted to do. Like, it sounds corny as I know, but I'd rather make less money doing something that I love than making more money doing something that I hate. So, as I said, it's pretty cliche, but it is what it is. What was your so many people from TikTok do it? I don't know. Are we still talking about like pirating Photoshop, or are we talking about pizza delivery driving? So I don't really like, even though it's a part of the jersey, I don't really like this orange part on the side. I just think that it looks, just because of the angle that he's at, or that Benji Marshall was at, which is where we got the jersey from. It kind of just looks a little bit like I haven't cut out part of the background, which isn't good. Talking about credit to the owners of things. Oh, yeah, bro. On TikTok. TikTok is like the worst place for it. I get tagged in so many videos of people that follow me and, you know, support what I do. And they tag me in someone else's video. And it's literally just, you know, that usually they're young kids ripping it off. But sometimes they're not, bro. Sometimes they're, you know, might be older than me. They might be a little bit younger than me. But, yeah, I don't know. It's frustrating, bro, because you can see how much time and effort I put into this stuff. And although we're making pretty good traction at the moment, it's frustrating, bro. Like, I don't get paid to do this stuff. I do it because I love what I do, and, you know, I enjoy putting out designs for people to, you know, make their wallpaper and, you know, reshare, save it, do whatever they want, show their friends. But when, you know, people are blatantly ripping off my designs and claiming it as their own, it's just, I don't know, like, sometimes they just forget to credit the original owner. But yeah, it's just always nice to give back, you know, because when if that original creator you know, isn't getting support, and everyone else is supporting who thinks is the artist, which is, you know, the TikTok thief, that person's going to stop designing stuff just because, you know, they might thrive off support and kind words and all that. And they might just do it because they love it. Like, I love doing this, but, you know, if people keep ripping off my designs, you know, eventually you get to a stage where you just stop posting them and you just, you know, you still keep designing, but you, as I said, you don't post them, you don't upload them. So it's just important, bro. You know, some people are really, really good on TikTok. They post me. They post me. They tag me. You know, some guy. I can't remember the username off the top of my head, but a couple of weeks ago, he's like, "Go follow this person for part 2," and it was literally like he used all my designs and stuff. But it was cool because, like, there was an incentive. Like, if the people following him or the people liking that video, you know, wanted a part 2, they'd have to go and follow me first. Yeah, bro. I just think, you know, always credit the originals. Obviously with memes and stuff, like Facebook, you kind of just reshare someone else's post. There's heaps of stuff. Like, you see it on TikTok all the time. I just feel like TikTok, although I love spending time on there, and there's, you know, cracker videos that make me laugh for hours on end, there's a lot of people that just steal other people's ideas. Nothing's original. I get that. You know, what you've created has probably already been created before. But yeah. So as you can see, this jersey, you know, it kind of comes out a little bit. That's a little thing that, you know, it doesn't really matter that much that part of his jersey is, you know, crinkled inwards. But I think we're slowly getting there. As you can see, I've tidied up the edges a bit. I can probably bring... I'm just going to see how much of this I can get away with. I might fix this up. Just because I don't like how thick it is around the top. But yeah, if you guys are still in the chat, it does say that there's 4 or 5 people in here at the moment. Yeah, just be sure to leave a comment in the chat. Feel free to ask me a question about what I'm doing right now with the design, or if you want me to show you anything specifically. I'm more than happy to make tutorial videos and stuff, but this, like doing this, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's enjoyable. I really don't like the angle of this, eh? I gotta go for a bit, man. I'll be back soon if you're still on. Yeah, for sure, bro. If you don't come back or if I've jumped off, yeah, thanks for coming through, Freddie, for sure. Appreciate it, bro. Hopefully you learn something, whether it's about jersey swaps or potentially getting Photoshop for free. Yeah, if you're still in the chat though, as I said, if you have a question for me, or you just want to share some opinions, or let me know how your day's going. It's a Friday. Everyone's in a pretty decent mood, and yes, unless you're working tomorrow, but yeah, I probably won't be on for too much longer. Now that you guys have kind of seen, the base idea of how I'm doing stuff, but we're slowly getting there. There's still heaps to go, obviously, but jersey swap copy. Alright, so I'm gonna delete the one that we had before, and we'll delete the normal jersey. Cool. I've been watching a murder documentary on Netflix. It's about the Patriots. It's a guy that used to play for Patriots in the NFL. His name was Aaron Hernandez. It's on Netflix, so yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. Like, for someone to be at that level and to do the thing that he did, I mean, blows my mind. Did you stay to year 12 in school, or did you drop out? I dropped out, and I was dropping out, but I technically just went and studied somewhere else. So I left my high school in year 11, and then like the first term of year 11, and then went to TAFE and just studied graphic design. I discovered it literally, like, I discovered what a graphic designer was 2 weeks before. 2 weeks before I dropped out, and then as soon as I found out about it, I started learning Photoshop. One thing led to another, and yeah, I've just decided it was in my best interest to leave, bro, and to rather than spend my time on learning about ancient history or science. Like, not that those subjects suck, but they personally just weren't of interest to me. So, design was, and as I said, I've without tooting any of my own horns, I think I've always been someone to follow my passions. I've had a lot of passions growing up, and as soon as I found design, it's stuck with me, and I still love it to this day, man. And man, year 11 was like maybe 5 maybe 6 years ago. So yeah, it's crazy, bro. Crazy times. Yeah, that's probably gonna be a wrap for tonight. Actually, I might. We'll finish this corner first, and just so I can show you guys how I do that. Yeah, let me know in the comments in the chat if you think this is turning out so far so good. We've got shadows and highlights and stuff like that to add on to the design, and obviously do the background and stuff. We will also probably have to change out this ball as well. So there's a few things, because obviously he wasn't in the NRL. Oh, pardon me, when this photo was taken, but yeah, I'll probably find. Actually, we need to get this part of the jersey. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to go back to our Benji Marshall cutout from before. And obviously we're gonna have to do a few things to fix it, because his hand cut off the jersey. So we just got to remember that his arm will obviously be over the top of all this as well. So, we will have to basically do this. I'll show you guys right now. We'll hide this top part of the jersey for now. Literally, you can use a pen tool. You can use an eraser, hard or soft. I use maybe 86. So it's not like super, super hard, but it's not super soft either. And I literally just, use my brush to get rid of the parts that I don't need. Yeah, man, it looks great so far. Can't wait to see the final product. Yeah, me too, bro. Usually when I live stream as well, that's pretty what's the word I'm thinking of? Like impulsive. I didn't plan on doing it today because I've had a pretty big day working, but yeah, I just I felt in the mood to design some stuff, and I thought it was about time that hopefully I put my my new internet to some use, and you guys could watch me design. I do like this weird thing, and you guys can probably see it in the camera right now. I do this weird thing where as I'm designing or erasing something, I like to turn my head. It's super weird, but it obviously works, I guess. It's like my cousin, every time he's playing FIFA or something, and his player on the PlayStation kicks the ball, his feet fly in the air. It's funny, man. Alright, so obviously his jersey's not straight. It comes up a little bit like that. I'm just gonna kind of I think that looks pretty good. I think. Oh, he's got a little bit of an arm here. So now, see, so it kind of works, we can probably, I'm going to cut off a little bit of this just because it looks a little bit too wide. And that way, so we'll cut off that jersey in the background later on. yeah, it just looked, I don't know, just a little bit too wide. So I'm happy to make these adjustments where I need to. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's basically it so far. Hopefully, you guys can start kind of seeing it take shape a little bit. Obviously, the arm has to be visible. It's literally just as I did before. Make it a lower opacity so you can kind of see what's behind it, and then just kind of erase around it with a soft or a hard brush. Yeah, and then the closer that you get to where the jersey actually is, you can make it smaller. You might be able to use some of the tools available that Photoshop offer, like select subject and stuff like that. Yeah, obviously we've got a bit more stuff to do, like his hand and all that. There's actually quite a bit to do to really bring this thing to life and make it look even more realistic, with shadows and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks to everyone that's still in the chat. I really appreciate your time, guys. And I really hope that you liked the live stream and it wasn't so boring in a sense. But yeah, I'm gonna head off now. Probably gonna have a drink, have a lay down, maybe keep watching that Aaron Hernandez NFL